Good morning, guys. So it is Tuesday as I'm filming this, and over the Labor Day weekend, I labored. I worked. I mean, probably most of you guys did too. Does anybody really take time off anymore? I don't know. But one of the things I did for pleasure, because this is the kind of nerd I am, is I read this book, 5,000 Words Per Hour by Chris Fox. I have subscribed to him on YouTube since I joined YouTube back in March. His videos are super helpful, and I watched a whole bunch of them this weekend. I really like him, and he gives some just really great practical advice. And when I saw that he had this book on writing faster, I mean, you guys know I am all about all of these little training exercises and just figuring out any tips or tricks or whatever that I can do to just increase my word count and my productivity. So one of the first things he talks about, and he says it's like the most important thing you can do that's gonna be like the biggest game changer, is to do writing sprints and to record your progress, like create a spreadsheet and track it all. Now, I'm not new to writing sprints. I've done writing sprints, for years. I think the very first time I heard of Pomodoro sprints was two author friends and I did like a little mini retreat. I think this was in like 2014 or 2015. And we just, on a Friday, we went out of the city and we got a hotel room in a nice hotel and we stayed there through Sunday. So that Saturday was like our big writing day. And one of them was like, let's try Pomodoro sprints, 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, repeat, repeat, repeat. And we just like built ourselves a little writer huddle zone in a nice part of the hotel. And that was what we did all day with some breaks for food. And I wrote a 10,000 word outline, pretty much all in that day. And I think they had pretty impressive word counts as well. So like, why don't I do this more often? I don't know. I'm on and off with the sprint thing. I think it's just that, especially since I've gone full time, I just get up in the morning and when I start, I'm like, all right, well, it's 8:30 or 9 or whatever time it is. I'm just gonna write till noon. And I don't know why I do that to myself, because of course I know I'm not actually going to sit there for 3 to 4 hours and not get out of my chair and write the entire time. That would be unhealthy. So why don't I go back to sprints? It was kind of a little revelation for me when I read that in 5,000 words per hour, like, oh yeah, I need to get back to sprinting. So I'm back to sprinting. Now, the really ridiculous thing is that Chris Fox talks about how recording your data, recording it in a spreadsheet is key, because when you go back and you look at your stats, this is how much I wrote in 20 minutes. You want to beat that, and then you push yourself a little bit harder. And again, I don't understand why I've literally never done this. I have never tracked my writing sprints. I've never tracked my writing. My Milwordy spreadsheet, this is like a new thing for me to actually track my word count. But I've done this before, just not with writing. I understand its significance. Look. I've been an on and off runner since college, but a couple of years ago I decided I wanted to start doing like 5Ks and 10Ks. And so I started training. I started with the Couch to 5K app, and I went on to the 5K to 10K, and then I just started doing other training programs, and I read that you should track your progress. So when I started training to run a 10K, I signed up for a race. It was a Thanksgiving Day race, I think, and I committed to it. I was doing like long runs on Sundays and hills and sprints on Wednesdays, and then like easy runs on, I don't know, Mondays and Tuesdays. I can't remember my exact schedule. But my point is, I had a notebook for that and I logged it. I logged all my stuff. Look, isn't that cute? Not really. I logged how far I ran, how long it took, and what my average pace was. And I even like recorded my mood, how I felt that day. And then when I decided over this past winter to run a half marathon, I got some fancier journals and I started recording those stats, and I got a little bit more detailed about it. So I would record all of my workouts, like any strength training I did. I would record any pain I felt. I have like foot issues, in particular plantar fasciitis or whatever, and to help me manage that, I would record what my foot pain level was like every day. I got really detailed with the stats, and I would record my speed, my pace, and every week, especially on the long run and on the days when I would do the sprints, I would look at the week before, and then I would just try to push myself a little bit harder so that I was going just a little bit faster and a little bit farther. And it worked. Of course it worked. I know that this works, so why have I not been doing this for writing? I don't know. Anyway, so I am recording my sprints. And as you saw earlier, I opened a document today for a ghostwriting project. The book was at 28:13, and I sprinted for 20 minutes and ended up at 35:49, which means I got 736 words in that sprint. So now I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day trying to beat that record. Something that's really cool about this is that it actually automatically calculates your words per hour, which, I mean, again, that's the title of the book, so of course that is something that he's very concerned with. So right now, judging by that sprint, I'm going at a rate of 2,208 words per hour, which is crazy to me for two reasons. One is that I rarely break 2,000 words per hour. So what that tells me is I can't maintain what I just did 2 more times over, 20, 20, 20. I wouldn't be able to do that. At least I haven't been able to do that in the past. There's no way. The other reason that's crazy to me is that, again, the title of this book was 5,000 words per hour, and Chris Fox says, and I believe him, that he is often able to hit this. And he asks, imagine what you could do if you could write 5,000 words per hour. Imagine how much you could put out per year. And yes, that is truly mind-boggling to think about. And he talks about this in the book, but what about your actual physical typing skills? I am a pretty fast typer, but like, could I actually even type 5,000 nonsense words in an hour? I honestly don't know. So I'm gonna do, before I do my next sprint, I wanna do a little test. I wanna actually see what my current word per hour typing skills are. Just like, how fast can I type anything, period. So let me look that up real quick. 83 words per minute. Well, okay, so technically, I guess it's possible for me to write 5,000 words per hour, because I could have pushed that a little bit. But that's typing while reading the words that I'm supposed to type. Like, that's not actually writing. That's not the creating part. How do you, Chris Fox, if you ever happen to see this video, explain yourself. Okay, so if on that first sprint I wrote 2,208 words per hour, I mean, yes, of course you have to like think about what you're writing. You're not just like mindlessly copying other words, but you're creating, and I understand that, but that is a lot slower. And one of the reasons I'm so interested in just all of these different speed tactics and in how to get faster as a writer, it's not just for the obvious reason that I want to get projects turned out faster, obviously, yes, that, but I really do think there is something to the idea of like, in a way, turning your brain off and letting the story flow out of you and doing whatever I can to stop the second guessing. Because on that first sprint, I was working on a project that I am first drafting, and I have the 0 draft open on my other screen. So like, the story is told. I have already told it. This is just me writing the nice version of it, the beautiful version with the good dialogue and the voice and all of that stuff. But I have taken the mechanics, that work is already done. So really, there is no reason that it should be that slow, and I'm sure I can push myself a little bit faster. So let's see, I'm gonna do one more 20-minute sprint and let's see what I can get out. Let's see if I could hit 1,000 words in 20 minutes. That would be really cool. Okay, let's try it. I switched ambience videos because this nighttime treehouse thing is actually it's straight out of the scene I'm writing, so that's really cool. Is that a cat in the window? See, it's already working because I did get a little bit faster. I went from 736 words in a sprint to 792 words in a sprint, which is great. But now that I've said I want to get 1,000 words in 20 minutes, I really want to get 1,000 words in 20 minutes. And I can tell I'm going to keep doing these sprints all day until that happens. Is it just human competitiveness? Why are we this way? Why do I have to trick myself into just getting words down? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little break, maybe get a little more coffee, and then go back to this endeavor. All right, so actually not as good on that last sprint, alas. Something I actually almost forgot about until somebody texted me as I was sprinting. And yes, I know I shouldn't be checking my phone, but I did. Was that I guess I have a book coming out today. This is the first book in the Kudo Kids series that I co-authored with... You done? Someone had the audacity to walk down the hallway. Rosa, oh my God. Anyway, the first book in the Kudo Kids series, The Mystery of the Masked Medalist, came out today. This is a book that I co-authored with Alex and Maya Shibutani, aka the Shibsibs. They are Olympic medalists and world figure skating champions, and they are just all around awesome people. You should definitely, I feel ridiculous recommending that you check them out on YouTube and Instagram because they have like a bazillion followers and do not need my endorsement whatsoever. But they are amazing storytellers and just the nicest, coolest people, and I'm so excited that this book is finally out. It was supposed to come out in May before the 2020 Olympics. That never happened, and my dog is being a drama queen. Rosa! My God, drama queen. Anyway, it got bumped. It's out now. I'm super excited, and I think my editor actually emailed this morning to say that they are going to be on the Today Show tomorrow, which is super cool, so I'm excited to check that out. I'm going to do a few more sprints this afternoon, and I'll update you on my progress, but until then, I think I'm going to sign off on this vlog for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye! So this morning I thought before Lisa's live stream, which starts in 5 minutes, I would try doing some shorter sprints. As you can see, yesterday afternoon I did a couple more, and my best one was in the afternoon where I got 896 words in 20 minutes. So that was 2,688 words per hour. I didn't write this down. I need to take notes on this, but one interesting thing is that I did that on a standing desk, and when I say standing desk, I mean a music stand that I set up and put my laptop on. I don't know if that was part of what made me write a little bit faster, but I might be trying that a little bit more later today. But at any rate, my first sprint today I did 15 minutes and I got 654 words, which is not bad. The second one I tried 10 minutes at 404 words. I still seem to be hovering in that 2,500-ish words per hour zone. I don't know. So we're gonna do some sprints obviously on Lisa's live stream, and I'll see if I can push this today. See, this whole competing against yourself thing, it just really works on me. I can already tell that reading that book, 5,000 words per hour, was a good way to spend my Labor Day weekend. All right, I'll check back in after the live stream.
We have a kind of a fun little theme that we're going to do today. We are going to talk about happiness, and specifically things that make us happy as writers.
Okay, so another sprint, the third sprint of the live stream is happening, but Alex and Maya Shibatani were on the Today Show this morning, and there's a replay that's already up, so I'm gonna watch it.
And welcome back. Maya and Alex Shibatani are world famous ice dancers and Olympic medalists. You may know them as the Sibs.
Well, the Sibs won us over on the ice in 2018, and now they're capturing our attention once again with a new book. It's called Kudo Kids, The Mystery of the Masked Medalist, and it's aimed at middle school readers. It's the story of two siblings who travel to the Summer Olympics in Tokyo and get into some unexpected adventures. Well, Maya and Alex are here to tell us all about it. Guys, good morning. Thanks for being here.
This has been such a dream come true for us to be able to tell a story in another way.
And among the Kudo siblings, Mika, I would say, is the more responsible of the two. She wakes Andy up when he sleeps through his alarm clock. It helps him pack. So, Alex, is this how it really goes down in real life?
Well, so Mika and Andy aren't us, but there may be some references, as you explained, to how we are in real life. And so we may be drawing on some experiences that we've had throughout our travels and our experiences as siblings, and perhaps me waking up late and Maya being more responsible are included in that.
So cool. And now I've got, oh my gosh, it's hard to see the time. White cover. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to sprint. Not the most productive sprint of the day, but that's okay. Guys, I woke up in a terrible mood today. It's Thursday, and I just woke up at 5:30 panicking about some things that I need to worry about a little, and then some things that I don't need to worry about at all, and yet I did. You know how it goes. Anyway, terrible mood, and then I opened my door and look. Can you feel that? Can you feel the air? It's decorative gourd season. So I really did just wake up thinking today was going to be a struggle work-wise, because a lot of what I was panicking about, most of what I was panicking about is my to-do list, not just for today, but for this month. I've mentioned before that September is rough. And part of the reason it's rough is something that I don't hear a lot of people who freelance talk about, because it feels kind of obnoxious to talk about it, is okay, there's the struggle that you have when you're not getting enough work. Obviously, that's the fear that you're not going to get enough work in a month to pay your bills. And what that leads to you doing, or at least what it leads to me doing, is taking on more work than I can handle, because I can always usually count on some clients to drop out. And and I don't even mean drop out. What I mean is take my ghostwriting stuff. Most of the work I do, I get on Readsy. Many times I have sent the client a quote and they have responded and said, yes, I'm in. And then they just fail to actually lock in the collaboration. So honestly, until I get the first installment of their payment, I am not 100% feeling like that is work that I can count on, and that's money that I can count on, you know? And so what ends up happening is I say yes, and I say yes, and I say yes. I only take projects I genuinely am excited about and want to work on. But I just know that not all of them are gonna come through. But this month, all of them came through. And that's awesome. And that's where what I mean when I say it feels obnoxious to complain about, because it's a really great problem to have. And I don't want to sound ungrateful for that, but oh my God, September is wild and October is shaping up to be equally as wild, and it just gets to be a little overwhelming sometimes. So anyway, all I'm saying is I woke up feeling bad, and then I opened my front door and it was 58 degrees outside and it's freaking fall. And if you guys haven't read It's Decorative Gourd Season by Colin Neeson, which is on McSweeney's, it's been up there since 2009. I think it's a classic. I'm assuming everybody's heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, I'm going to link it in the description below. And I welcome you on your first day of fall to read it and celebrate this most joyous of seasons. Anyway, so my Asana to-do list today, finish and upload this blog and sprint FF, that's one of my ghostwriting projects, to the finish line. That would basically mean writing about 7,000 or 8,000 words today, so I'm not going to count on it, but I am ready to beat my sprint record. I feel good. It's frickin' fall. I have hot coffee. It's going to be a good day. All right, let's get to work. So that was my slowest sprint yet since I started trying to do this. I didn't even get to 2,000 words per hour. I got 634 words in 20 minutes. But that's okay. It's early. I'm still waking up, still working on my coffee. And I know I can easily beat that, so I guess that's a positive way of looking at it. That reminds me, I wanted to show you guys what I ended up doing yesterday afternoon. I stopped vlogging because my allergies got so bad that I was literally like stopping every 10 seconds to sneeze as I was working, which made sprinting real fun, let me tell you. So I didn't want to be on camera because it was a snot mess. But I did do some more work yesterday afternoon. I got to 5,000 words exactly on this book that I'm working on right now, because that's like my new minimum and I was gonna make myself get there. And then I spent the later evening working on the video game project, which I really want to tell you guys more about, but there is an NDA involved there. Hopefully once the game is actually out, I can talk about it more and tell you what I have been doing on it, because it's a really fun and interesting project. But I had an argument with myself yesterday, and I realized I was being pretty ridiculous. So first, I want to show you what's in my Millwordy spreadsheet. So there's the first book that I did, 5,000 words exactly. And then this is the video game project. I counted it as rewrite because that was the closest thing out of my categories. First draft, zero draft, outline, brainstorm, rewrite. That was the closest thing I could think of to compare it to. And yeah, that's ridiculous, right? 13,833 words. So that made my total for the day 18,833 words. Now, does that mean I actually wrote 18,000 words yesterday? No, it does not. I did not technically write 13,000 words on that video game project. And I would say, though, that what I'm doing technically counts as rewriting. Now, this is the funny thing. I didn't actually record that until right before I went to bed last night, because I was stressing out over the fact that I only wrote 5,000 words that day. And I wasn't letting myself count any of the work I did on the video game project. And here's why. So I think I can explain it this way. Imagine if somebody handed you, a copy of the first Game of Thrones book. So that's like, what, 300,000 words probably. It's huge, right? Okay, but it's a complete story. It has an arc. And they handed that to you and they said, okay, you need to tell this story in 30,000 words. So cut it way down, but not summarize it. You can't summarize it. You have to use the words that are in the book. You can cut words, you can cut sentences, you can cut paragraphs, pages, you can cut whole chapters. But you can't change the words. You can't summarize anything. See what I'm saying? So you have to go through this 300,000 word thing and pick out sections and tell the same story in the same arc with a fraction of the words. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm doing right now for this part of the video game project. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And so I hope it makes sense why rewrite is the closest thing I could get to figuring out what I was doing. So did I write 13,000 whatever words? No. What I did was I read through 80,000 words. I say read, I'm, speed read through 80,000 words and copied and pasted key parts of the story that I was reading. It's not Game of Thrones. This video game has nothing to do with Game of Thrones, guys. And into a document and try to arrange them and tidy them up in a way that would tell that part of the story without changing the original words. That's what I was doing. It's kind of cool. It's like putting together a weird puzzle. And anyway, so obviously I like I said, I didn't write those 13,000 words a day. I didn't write a total of 18,000 words yesterday. It seems unfair to count that, but I was going to count nothing. I wasn't going to count it as writing at all. But come on, that's still work. That's still writing, right? Yeah, I argued with myself. I was like, that doesn't count for Mowordy. That doesn't count for your daily word count. Like, I decide what counts, right? Do you guys have this issue with yourselves? Do you play these mind games? Does your brain try to tell you, no, the work you just did doesn't actually count as work? Oh my gosh, it made me so mad. So then I flipped around on it and I got angry at myself and I was like, that freaking counts. I did 18,000 words today. So that's in my spreadsheet now. And that's how that happened. I don't know. Brains are weird. Okay, it's 9:30. Still really gonna try to push through and get to the end of this draft of this book, or at least as close as I can by the end of the day. I will check in with you guys this afternoon. Wish me luck. Guys, I was just taking a break and got an email notifying me that I had a book deal announced today. I honestly had no idea when this was going to go up, and it's in Publishers Weekly today. Hooray! Orlando Dos Reis at Scholastic has acquired My OTTER HALF by Michelle Schusterman, The Dogs Meow and Somebody to Love. The middle grade novel centers a sea otter pup who decides to prove his courage by swimming too far inland into Puget Sound. Caught in an oil spill, he joins forces with a lost Dachshund, and the unlikely pair begins an epic journey home through the woods and rivers of the Pacific Northwest. Publication is set for spring 2022. 2022. That is really far away. I will show you guys the covers for The Dogs Meow and Somebody to Love here. So these are the kind of animal friendship books that I've been doing with Scholastic. They've been super bumped because of COVID. They're going to be in the Scholastic Clubs and Fairs catalog, and they had to do a lot of rearranging for totally understandable reasons. So The Dogs Meow was gonna come out in December. I just found out a few days ago it's actually not going to come out till next fall, but Somebody to Love they're going to keep for this April because bunnies, Easter. So the bunny book will actually be the first one that comes out, and then next fall the Dog's Meow will come out, and then the spring after that will be my OTTER HALF. And they're so fun to work on, and Orlando is just a wonderful editor, and I really love Scholastic. So anyway, yay, book announcement. It's been a really nice day so far. And now back to writing. Hey guys, so I just realized something hilarious. It's 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, and this is the first time I've actually tried vlogging throughout the week leading up to the day that I post the vlogs, which is Friday. And I kind of forgot about the whole thing where I have to like edit and upload the video. So I need to wrap this up before I actually finish my writing day, which I feel like is gonna make for a very unsatisfying ending here. But yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock. I did a couple more sprints. I'm somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 words for the day, so it's not totally impossible that I might actually finish this draft. If I can knock out another 3,000 words today, I would be just about done with it. So wish me luck. I think I'm gonna try some more 15-minute sprints because I seem to be faster overall when the sprints are a little bit shorter. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Please let me know, do you track your word counts when you sprint? And have you noticed, like, do you write faster at certain times of day? Do you write faster or slower depending on how long the sprint is? Do you keep records of this, and does it help you? And do you got any other tips for me? Because I'm just really into trying to improve my words per hour. Chris Fox has me totally hooked on this idea. Still cannot freaking fathom how he does 5,000 words per hour. Like, seriously, dude, tell me how you do it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I will see you guys on Monday with another video, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.